What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Real Dill. Excited to be here with you guys. I think that I might be back on the YouTube wagon. It's kind of like being off of the wagon of drugs, except for I'm like off of the wagon of sobriety. And I just want to make some content, okay? It's like 5 a.m. I'm not doing well. I'm here to talk to you, okay? Is that okay? If it's not, then just dislike the video and click off. At least dislike it before you click off, because that helps with engagement. That's what people don't realize about hating on you, is when they leave shitty comments on your videos and your things, that helps. That actually, it boosts the engagement of what you're doing. The biggest thing you can do if you hate me or anybody else is just don't say anything. That's the only way to win. But it doesn't feel like winning, because the only way to feel like you're actually winning is to go too far and end up losing. Let me give you an example. Let me grab a beer first. So I'm going through some workplace drama right now. I got this cunt. I'll call her Kami. Fucking Kami. She works in the Dooth. Dooth Kami is just starting drama and shit, just being a bitch overall. And she's, the what you want to do to a person like that is attack them and put them in their place, right? You want to be like, you know what, you bitch, fuck you. You want to do shit like that. But the way to win is to kill people with kindness. Or to a certain extent. Just, if you disengage and you live your own life and you don't worry about the drama of these stupid workplace cunts, then you are winning. I mean, by default, you should be winning. This is a person that's worked at Safeway, at Kafeway, should I call it, for 100 years. And it takes 200 to really get retirement, but she's just being a bitch at 100 years. And 100 years into Safeway is a long fucking time for Kami, So you gotta understand, I can understand why she's such a bitch. Who the fuck would want to live that life? Why would you want to do that forever? You wouldn't. You just fall into that trap. But that's when you lose your dream, If you have no dream, you're able to just work at some shitty ass corporation forever, and just let your soul just get devoured. So, but I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian forever. That's it just is what it is, It doesn't matter if I'm the most successful person in the world. I mean, I probably will be, but it doesn't matter if I am or not, because I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul. And these cunts with no dream, they can just keep hating. There's no reason to get uptight and upset. I feel like I'm finally settling into the podcast. Hello, everybody. It's good to be with you guys again. My fellow YouTube fans, friends, acquaintances, haters. What up, haters? What up, boss? I know I got fucking corporate probably watching this shit, checking in on me, being like, "Oh, is there anything that we can fire him for?" Nah, motherfucker, I'm in the union, bitch. You can't do shit. You can sniff my farts when I show up to work. That's what you can do. One sip. I want to do more YouTube and stuff, and really commit to just being a comic, man. That's what it is. I feel like I'm in a really good groove of comedy. I've had some good sets in a row. I'm still the Chica Roast League champion, and I want to talk about that. I don't think I've talked about that at all with you guys, because I've been doing roast battles. I started doing them maybe over a year ago now, because COVID ruined all of our lives. But I've done 5 of them. I think. I don't know. I don't know how to count since we've been able to come back. And they've been so fun. I mean, we've had weird shows, weird headliner fucking interaction stuff, weird fucking roast battle shit. It's been a lot of weirdness, and I love it. I'm all for it. Fucking, it's just a lot of fun. And I'm now 8-3 in roast battles overall. And one of those includes a Zoom roast battle, which I did at work in Safeway. Like, I was probably more nervous for that show than I've ever been for any show. Like, I literally did this fucking roast battle inside of the Safeway bathroom when I should have been, like, helping customers, allegedly, because fucking I know my boss is watching. And I won my roast battle, too. It was against Jessica Roberts, and I fucked her shit up. You know, I mean, what else do you expect? Was it a fun show? No, not really. Honestly. That's what I'm learning, you know, more to say no to fucking stuff and to just not really, like, you don't have to do every show. It doesn't help you at all. Like, if you're just doing some shit just, like, to do it, you know, like some shit for free, like, it better be fun. It better have somebody watching that you want to see you. I mean, otherwise, like, you're like, fuck, dude, am I really going to stress myself out over this fucking open mic shit? Probably still, but it gets on my nerves. That's when I start getting upset. I'm like, what the fuck? And not upset at anybody else. I'm upset at myself for, like, accepting these fucking stupid ass, for putting myself in bad situations. Let me put it like that. Like, I've done shitty ass shows. The shittiest show I think I've ever done was I did a show for the Chico Cat Coalition, and I was excited about every show at this point. I was maybe 2 years into comedy. I was drinking a lot, not in a good place. I mean, I'm still not, and I still am and not. I don't know, not in that order. But I was offered this gig, and I was like, yeah, let me do it. So I did it, and I show up, and there's like fucking 200 people in this like Elks Lodge style, just like hotel conference room looking room. It's just filled with people, and they're eating pasta salad and shit. And I had food too. It was delicious. It was one of the better meals I've ever been served at a comedy night. But they kind of didn't really know I was there, I guess. Because, like, the person that went on stage, like, I checked in with everybody. But the first person that went on stage, he goes up there and he's like, all right, I think we have a comic here for you. I'm not really sure. And he does, like, the look around that I do when I'm not sure if somebody's out doing smoking or, like, doing other illegal activities. Not that smoking is illegal, but you know what I mean. And he's like, I don't know if the comic's here. I think we might just have to move on. And I'm like, dude, I'm right fucking here. Like, Jesus Christ. Fuck is wrong with you? Sounds a little irritated at that point. And he did bring me on stage, and the microphone is literally attached to a podium. It's just such a bad fucking scene. And I'm 2 years in, and I'm not even like in a killing. Like, you go through phases where you're like, I'm doing really well, and I'm doing really bad. I was going through a really bad phase, and I was drunk, and I go up and I just eat a dick for like for about 12 and a half minutes. And like, but right before I went on stage, I didn't really know how much time I wanted to do, and they literally said, they're like, so you're gonna like go up for like an hour or so, and then we're gonna do the silent auction afterwards. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. An hour of me, like 2-year comic me who needs to go to AA. Fuck, dude. This is gonna be fun. And you know, it was terrible. I got there about 15 minutes. People, they wanted to talk to their friends. Like, they didn't want... Everybody's spending a lot of money here. They're trying to eat dinner. You know, and maybe they should be allowed to talk to their friends. They should have just booked a band that people can talk through. Because that's the difference between comedy and bands. And people that book entertainment don't really get that a lot of times. They think they're like, you know, we booked a band last time, so we're just going to book a comic this time. And then they book me, who sucks, and I can eat a dick. And they're like, wow, this is terrible. And you're like, well, I mean, this is your fault. This isn't on me. I mean, it's kind of on me. But you could just book somebody that plays music, and people could clink their forks into plates while they try to fucking eat prime rib and mashed potatoes and pasta salad and not be offended. Not even offended, but like offended by how bad the entertainment is, not by the material. So, anyway, that was the worst gig I have ever done. And now, I'm doing roast battle comedy all the time, I guess. I think that I could get booked at the Comedy Store eventually. I mean, I know I can get booked at the Comedy Store to do that. I just think it maybe that's an avenue that I could pursue, And it's a fun show to do. That's really what it comes down to. It's different. It's fun. I like going up and fucking doing roast battle shit. It's not like it's taking up the spot of another show. Like, I wouldn't be doing some other show at the lab instead of roast battle. Like, it would just be the roast battle because that's like a little bit different show. I'm doing a hell of other shows in Chico, which is like, I'm already like too many shows in one shitty small town. I'm not trying to brag, like I'm doing a hell of shows, like come and flex on me. No, I'm just like, it's maxed out at where I'm at, over maxed out, and I've got a couple more that I'm probably gonna add just because I like these venues and I like these people that are like working with them, like Farm Star Pizza. I'm definitely gonna do that shit again. But I did a show at the Barn this month, a couple weeks ago. The Barn is there's a new development in Chico, and they built out, they put up drive-in theater because COVID, and people wanted to do COVID things, and but they tore down this barn. I don't know where it was from, but they literally rebuilt it on site of this new development. It's there was nothing there, just open field, but now there's hella shit there, and they've been doing music there every Friday, Saturday, I think, for like the last while, as long as they want to say that that's COVID safe. They've been doing it several months, 6 months, whatever, and finally we did comedy there, and it was fucking fantastic. That was one of those shows I was like, hey, I have no idea how this is gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, this might be great. This might be over. I was like, at the beginning of the day, I was like, going to be relieved that it was over. Because I was like, fuck, man, this is a lot of stress. And I feel that way extra when I have to work with other people. Like, when I'm producing my own shows, there's a different kind of stress. You're like, if this fucking sucks, it's all on me. But this show, I was like, if this sucks, there's going to be other people that are mad at me. So I was like, I was nervous, and the headliner that I originally had booked was Saul Trujillo, and he bailed on my show because he said that he was offered his feature audition set at Punchline Sacramento, and of course he's gonna fucking flake on my show for that. Like, duh. Like, I would have flaked on that show for him. I'd be like, yeah, you can't do my show because you need to go feature or do your audition set at Punchline. Which Anthony K was headlining. Shout out Anthony, which is a comic that I've worked with and I like. But the booker that I was working with was hella mad. He's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "He fake bailed," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, of course he fucking bailed." But we booked Ellis Rodriguez instead, which, dare I say, the show got better. Probably did. No disrespect to Saul Trujillo, who flaked on my show. I'm just kidding. But real talk, Ellis is a monster, man. Ellis is the best, really, and he's just everybody that knows Ellis in the area respects Ellis and wants Ellis to like them. So they're like, Ellis, and Ellis he runs the Pro-Am, and dude, that guy, talk about dealing with open micer shit, man. Wow, hosting that Pro-Am and stuff, He's a legend. He's a open micer Sacramento legend. He's also a legend in his own right because he's a fucking beast comic. But like, all the people that are up and coming comics respect Ellis Rodriguez. So anyway, I digress. But Ellis did the show, and I still kept the guys, like all the reason I booked Saul was because he was coming down from Savage Henry, which is in Humboldt. And it was just like perfect. He was like, hey, do I have any shows between this date and this date? And I had a show in between those date and that date. And I asked him to do it. And he was like, yeah. Which in hindsight I shouldn't have done because he fucking flaked on me. But I was still able to get the guys that were also coming down too, which was Connor Martin, Taylor Evans, Scott Powers. Was that and then we ended up, and Chris Smith got added to the lineup, and Ellis. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. But Marcus Peverall was supposed to be on the show, but he flaked too because he can't drive and lives with grandma. What up, Marcus? Me too. Little same boat situation. Living with your grandma and not being able to drive. But the show was fun. It was fucking crazy. It was packed out, man. I got there and there was like over 100 people. It's fucking awesome. It was a really good show. And I really do want to work with those Marion Park guys again because that shit was fucking phenomenal. And I know we can bring really good headliners there. I've been in touch with people. Like, I've been hitting everybody up. Believe me. Like, and you might be like, well, what does everybody mean? You mean you hitting up all the fucking people that you know in Sacramento and the Sacramento Comedies Together group? No, I've been hitting up like headliners and shit. Like, I'm trying to bring this shit to the next level. If we have 200 fucking seats on the table, why not shoot for the moon, dude? You know, people are on tour. Everybody's taking dates and stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense, but I expect these shows to really have some fire-ass headliners on them, you know. My next show at Unwind I've got, which I just sold out the one I have currently, which has Chad Opitz. And Chad's a local legend around this fucking parts. Chad is an absolute local legend. He's in the comedy festival that's run by DNA. 4 of the 5 years, 5 out of the 6 years. I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. We're just winging this shit. But he's done this shit in Chico a lot of times, so, and a lot of people like him. I like him a lot too, man. Not a true headliner. I mean, you know, I don't expect Chad to come in and do a fucking hour. But it's a little bit more of a showcase style show this time. I'm kind of a little nervous about how it's gonna go, just because there's so many comics on it, and but I think it's gonna be okay. And I know it's gonna be okay because it's literally sold out. Like, it's fine. I'm not worried about the draw or anything. And all the comics on it I do like and support. So we got Chad Opitz headlining. I've never met his buddy Vincent Chung. I hope he's funny. Danny D filled in for Wendy Lewis, who flaked on me, but you know, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, dude. You can't hold grudges in this game, dude. Everybody everybody wants to do all the shows, so, and then you're like, yeah, I do that shit, and then you're like, oh fuck, I had to do this shit. So, and we'll get shout out Wendy. Wendy will be back in Chico on another date because I love Wendy's material and working with her. But also we have Josh Means. Wendy did fuck up the lineup a little bit by accepting the gig, but you know, it's all good. Like, we rebounded. We rebounded well. You know, we're like Russell Westbrook. We're just cherry picking rebounds. We're not really helping the team. We're just like, we swooping that shit up. Another rebound, another one, like DJ Khaled. But homie Jacob McCowan is gonna be on the show as well, and you know, miss that guy. He's my co-host on the This Degenerate Life podcast, which if you ever want to see me cancel myself, I've said lots of horrible things on that podcast, and I stand by all of them, to be honest with you, because I'm joking, or I'm not. And you know that he's gonna drop a set, and we also have Al Schumann, who's gonna drop a little guesty, which, you know, fucking I didn't go out of my way to book Al Schumann. Al Schumann is kind of unreliable. If you see this Al Schumann and you disagree, well, fucking prove me wrong and show up on time to this show. But no, Al's gonna drop a set. He's a homie, and it's gonna be cool. And Josh Means too. I know I said it, but I feel like I skipped over him. But homies, everybody, this is why, you know, I love doing comedy, man. It's a lot of fun. And I'm still running the fucking open mic on Thursday, and it's been great, dude. It's been great. No fucking cunts have been protesting outside, it's just been me, myself, and I. Well, and also the people that fill in to host, and they've been doing their job, I guess. I mean, I don't know, fucking. I've been hosting this or doing the studio and open mic too on Wednesday, and there's been an average of 5 comedians there per night. It's just been really horrible and not good and terrible and just not worth doing. But it's still I've had fun every time I've hosted it, even though there's like 5 people there and 4 of them are on the list and one of them is me. There may or may not be a plan or things in the works for that mic. I can't really speak on it. Just because everything's got to be kept under wraps these fucking days. I don't want to fucking out myself as some kind of fucking open mic entrepreneur. I just run that mic. It is what it is. It's terrible. It's not, but it will be good. Next week's gonna be good because we're doing Amber Pace's birthday. Amber Pace. Amber Pace is a comic in the scene, and she's the homie. I'm excited about Amber Pace because she's kind of like she's gone a little bit past the point of just coming out to like 4 or 5 shows, and then just flaking entirely, which is what most people do. You know who you are if you're watching this and you're like, is that me? Yes. Fucking, you're not the first. You ain't first or last, baby. Yeah. But, other shows that we're doing, The Barn, Unwind, Roast Battle. Roast Battle's awesome, man. I'm the champion. I am the champion. And I'm doing I'm gonna battle fucking Cheese at Punchline Sacramento. And Cheese is one of those guys that's just like fucking he's really brand new to comedy. And he thinks he's the shit. But he's just, I don't know, nobody's honest with him and is like, yeah, you're kind of not the shit, bro. But I am. And then I become a gatekeeper or something. I'm like, yeah, you suck. And it's not even that he sucks. It's just that sometimes he's not good at all, and everybody hates his set. But I'm going to be battling him in Roast Battle July 14th, 15th. I don't know. I'm going to get you the right date just to plug Josh Means. So, and shout out to Josh Means for real. It is July the 14th at Sacramento Punchline. Man, that guy, Josh Means, to get that show at Punchline, that's pretty fucking awesome. So shout out to Josh Means. Verbal Insults will be there. And you should fucking be there too, because, dude, Roast Battle is literally the shit. And also, so is Sacramento Punchline, so definitely shout out to that comedy club. It's easily the nicest, best comedy club I've performed inside of. Is it my favorite to hang out in? Yes. Are there other comedy clubs I like more? No. I love Sacramento Punchline the most. I mean, Last Unlimited is dope in the shit too, in its own right. And Stab and what is the one that's also like Stab? The Comedy Spot. Those 2 comedy clubs are what they are. I'm just being a dick. But no. Punchline, the 13th, 14th, whatever it is. No, but you're not going. You won't be there. But it's going to be sick. And I'm going to fucking shred Cheese. If you know what I'm saying. And it's going to be fucking cool, man. I'm excited about all that stuff. I'm not really sure what I'm doing in my own future. Because I feel like a lot of stuff is going down in my life. You know? Like, I'm drinking so much right now. And I'm, like, depressed and just unhappy with my own situation. And I don't know. It all started when my mom died, you know? Shout out to my mom, you know. She can make a little cameo appearance. What up, Mom? It's just tough, man. You know, loss. I don't know how to process things that well yet. I know how to process them better than a lot of people I know in life that are older, but I'm still working on, you know, in my own way in life and stuff, man. Because whenever I think about stuff like that, it fucks me up. Like, for example, at the last roast battle I did, when I beat Andre Dawson, on one of Andre Dawson's jokes was digging into my mom, and it kind of put me in the same headspace that I'm in right now, where I just couldn't really see clearly about, like, what the fuck I was thinking about, you know? It made me start sweating and, like, thinking, and I'm like, you know, because fuck, man, you know? It sucks, man, you know? It's just a terrible thing. And I found out recently the official cause of my mom's death from my brother Dan the man. And she died of an overdose, man. It's, you know, we weren't sure if it was a heart attack or if it was an overdose. I mean, I wasn't sure about anything. You know, I don't want to say weird, but yeah, not sure, heart attack, overdose, whatever it could be. I'm kind of relieved in a way that it was an overdose, because if it was a heart attack, then I'd start to worry about my heart a little more. You know, that would be like, oh, there's heart problems in the family. So no, there's just addiction problems, and I already knew that. Let me grab another beer. I'm gonna grab a watermelon one. I'm drinking these watermelon beers. They're refreshing. This podcast, or whatever, video log, whatever you want to call this bullshit, I feel like someday it should be sponsored by Pedialyte. Wouldn't that be awesome? So Pedialyte, if you're listening, please sponsor me. I will shout Pedialyte out. All I want is like one Pedialyte per day. Like, if I can get 365 Pedialytes a year, like, that's like a significant. I made it at that point. So, cheers. I've been playing a lot of softball and stuff lately, so that's been awesome for me. This is the real deal, everybody. It's the real deal. You forgot what we're doing. I'm the real deal. I'm Dill. What's up? This is the real deal. And I am the real deal in roast battle. The champion. I beat Andre Dawson. I fucked him up. And I feel like I should have. My lawyer told me to wait a little bit to announce that, because, you know, when you could be held accountable for homicide. But Andre Dawson got fucking buried, and he was more than 6 feet underground. Anyway, so I've been playing a lot of softball lately, and it's been fucking awesome, man. I should have been a pro baseball player. That was like the OG plan for me, and the OG plan for me just didn't work out, man. I like partying too much from an early age, and I fucking wrecked my chances, and it's just disappointing. It's too bad. I'd love to still be playing competitive baseball, but it is what it is, baby. It'd be like that sometimes. It fucking sucks, and I don't know what to say, man. You know, I'm a stand-up comic now. I don't want to say I'm trying to be. I am a stand-up comic now, and I'm going to be a stand-up comic for the rest of my life. And I don't know what the future really holds, because I have to make money someday, and Safeway doesn't seem like it's working out right now. It seems like those cunts need to, and by those cunts I mean those cunts. I don't know what they need to do. I don't know if I can, like, work there and and have a positive mindset about life, because it seems like it's driving me insane and making me crazy. And, you know, I don't know. We'll do what we have to do. Like, I like working. I literally like working there, you know? Like, I'm a Starbucks barista inside Safeway. If I fucking leave that place, like, they're going to find out quick. No, they probably won't. But I am probably the best barista there. And I do believe that. As far as, like, being... I'm nice to everybody. Do I burp at them? Sometimes. But I have fun working there, man. And I like the customers for the most part. And I like the customers that the other baristas hate. You know, even the ones that I hate. Except for like one or two. But for the most part, like, I like everybody. There's a lot of water in that beer because of the melon, and it's making me burp. But yeah, that job ain't bad. It ain't half bad. You know, you just make coffees for people. I mean, it gets hella busy sometimes, and there's like fucking no help, no coverage. So Safeway definitely underestimates that shit. I could never imagine that. Like they open a coffee shop and they're like, yeah, what if we have like 7 people that know how to work here? And you're like, out of your fucking mind? Like, they have, how many courtesy clerks do they have that know how to do their job? A lot. They have a lot. So, and how many deli people know how to do their job? A lot. We're like the meat department. The meat department's probably fucked too if somebody calls in or some shit. But that's bullshit, dude. Have coverage. We have sick days. Don't be fucking pissed off at me if I fucking take a sick day. Don't be like shitty with me. Like, there's a union for a reason. Is this gonna get used against me? Probably. Hopefully. I don't care. I just don't. I feel like this has been a really productive episode of The Real Dill. Because the point of this really is to get me to just like do time on the microphone. I've been on this about 30 minutes, a little longer, and I was stressed really when it started. I don't know if you can tell. But now I've really settled in. I mean, I'm a little more stressed now, but earlier I was like really locked and loaded. But I really do love everybody that watches and checks out my podcast on my YouTube channel and everything else. Please like and subscribe it. I'm literally like 1 subscriber away from 100. Like, you want to be that one? The one that got away. Is that going to get me flagged? If you're Amy Bott and you're watching this, you're a stupid bitch, a dumb cunt. Amy Bott, you're a hoe, motherfucking piece of shit. Carol Baskin ass bitch, cunt hoe. Anyway, can somebody send that to her, please? Because she should know. I really would love for HR to bring that up. Like, did you call Amy Bott a cunt ass, bitch ass, dumb ass hoe? And I'd be like, no, it was actually a little different than that. I think we should replay it again. I love you guys. I'm the champion. Chico Rose, like, it doesn't mean anything. It makes me really laugh when people brought that up. Like, during my roast battle, like, the Adonis bro, Mitch's uncle, was like, this next comic is 8-3, and people were like, oh my god, he's 8-3, that's crazy. It's like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't mean anything, but it still is like fun and shit. So it is what it is. Deuces, everybody. Fucking thanks for tuning in. Episode fucking go fuck yourselves of The Real Dill. See y'all next episode. I think we're gonna make it a regular thing. Maybe not, probably not. Maybe I'll never upload it. I don't give a fuck. See you next time.